Van Halen here, telling you, keep playing, man. Gotta keep playing. It's the only thing there is. Music, man. Keep playing. All right? I'm gonna come looking for you if you don't.
Oh, what is up? What is up, boys? Here we are, Tuesday night for the Guitarsenal. Tuesday night, all night. So here we are. We are ready to go. It is a election day here in the States, and
it ain't no thing.
all kind of craziness going on. Everybody trying to get their votes in. Our polls closed down a couple hours ago at 7 p.m. And so now I guess everybody on the West Coast has got to get their stuff going. So it'll be interesting to see what happens at the end of all this here. A lot of division. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. So welcome in, everybody. We've got Symmetry Trev right there. We've got Randy the Ripper right down there. And then we've got John DeShane down there in the corner. What is up, boys? And how is your evenings?
Good. I did spaghetti bolognese with meatballs.
And
all covered in cheese.
Were you singing the whole time on top of the old
humming it in the back of my head.
Remember that song you'd sing as a kid on top of spaghetti all covered with cheese?
Yeah. I lost my poor meatball. That's why I made 12.
Hadn't heard that version. So, want to welcome in everybody. I guess this is my first full show back since I've had a little sabbatical. So here we are back in full force, trying to get back into the swing of things. So let's go for tonight. So what do we normally do when we start here? Oh yeah, we go over here and we say thank you to our channel members. We have channel membership available on the channel if you should choose to support us in that manner. We do appreciate all that have done so, all the channel members, old and new. Also appreciate all the gifted memberships from Arkansas, Matt McCullum Music, and others who have done so. Thank you very much. We are holding right at 100 members right now, and we thank each and every one of you.
Very cool.
And I want to say thank you very, very much. Let's get over to the chat, see who we got here tonight. Let's make sure. I was having some technical difficulties. This Rodecaster, I guess, I don't know. It was rebooting itself. It just kept rebooting and rebooting and rebooting. So I didn't come down here until, 8:58. I'm like, oh man, let me try to get this thing going here. So hopefully all the sound effects and everything are working. So let's see if the chat bag is open here. Let's see.
Oh yeah.
Did that get it? All right. We got a little bit more there. Oh, there they are. All right.
Oh my God, it's so juicy.
Let's get up here and see who we got. First in is R2, R3 Locking Nut. He said something about counting some ballots. I guess his state's going to be all skewed, isn't it? What is this? 8 billion votes. Let's see. We've got channel member talking about Matt McCullum Music right there. Welcome in, Matt. Good to see you. Wayne McConnell is here saying hola. Good to see you, Wayne. Dan Gorman. Say so. Good to see you, Dan. Channel member Hillary is here. Happy Election Day Tuesday. We got channel member El Barge is hanging out with us. And we've got channel member Jimmy Biter saying, what's up? Did anybody send Jimmy a link?
He said Sunday night he probably wasn't going to make it.
Okay. All right. And there's Arkansas there. Good to see you, Arky.
Jimmy banging that 500-pound door.
Oh, yeah. Channel member Blue Mox is here. Good to see you, sir.
Blue Mox had spaghetti too.
Let's see. There's Symmetry hanging in the chat. Right on. Papa Blue is here. Wally in the box is hanging out with us. Rock Daddy is here. Good to see you, boys.
Cheers.
Let's see who else. We got Christopher Live Sova.
Hey, man.
Hopefully you made it home safe after your adventure the other day. That was quite an ordeal. Channel member Josh Tanberg. I will fall asleep during this. Been up since 3 a.m. Drove to St. Louis and back before dinner.
Jeez,
man. Take all the rest that you need, man. Let's see. We said hey to Wally. Scrolling on down. Who did we miss? Looking here, we got Dan Gorman already. I think we're caught up. We've got everybody in the chat. I figured it might be a light night. Can't even talk. Light night. Everybody making sure they're hitting their polls and following what's going on. Yeah. But yeah, so anyway, we thought that coming back tonight that we would, I should say I thought.
Exactly.
We would take a look at this little guy right here. This is the EVH Wolfgang made in China Wolfgang Special with flat top, and just kind of talk about it, get my thoughts on it, and see what you guys think of it. But kind of wanted to look at this one because, you know, a lot of people are like, China, that's a piece of junk. You know, that can't be any good. I know there was a lot of speculation when it was announced they were moving production of this particular special from Japan to China. Everybody said, yeah, they need to lower the price. They're going to have to lower expectations on that. It's not going to be any good. Yada, 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 blah, blah, blah. So tonight, I am going to kind of go over the specs. We'll take a close look at it, and I will give my personal opinion on this particular guitar. So before we do that, though, I want to grab, where is it? Here it is. I've got a box here. I'll do a little unboxing.
Right now.
So before I left out on my...
I got about 8 boxes headed my way.
On my long adventures, I received this, and I just hadn't been here to give it a proper unboxing. So let me swap on over here to this camera, and we'll...
took a little damage.
Who delivered that, Ace Ventura?
Yeah. We'll rip on into it and see what we got here. Yeah.
Sounds broken.
I picked it up, and she was like, I hope it's okay. And I was like, well, I think maybe, I don't know. I don't hear anything rattling around in there, so we shall see. So anyway, let's rip it open and see what we got. Probably could have just breathed on it. Might need to sharpen.
Somebody buy a Ryan a knife sharpener for Christmas.
Well, I have one. It's just a matter of
doing
it. Yeah.
You use like a Japanese Waterstone or one of them.
Well, I have one of them Ken Onion powered knife sharpeners.
Yeah.
But yeah, this thing is about as dull as can be.
Well, it's had some miles on it.
All right. Well, let's see. It says 40 there. So does that mean anything? I don't know.
I think it's a box size or category.
Steinberger.
Oh, I know what that is.
Oh, look at here. There's 2 of them. 2 of them in here.
2 Steinberger.
Let's see. Is there any kind of... Oh, yep, there is a note. Shall we get to the note first? Let's see.
I know why there's 2.
It says, John deferred, so you get it. 1 for Randy, 2. Thanks for your support, Ryan. MP. So I think I know who MP is. And yeah, it may have something to do with 40. All right, let's see.
I wonder where that ended up.
So there's 2 hats in here. And it looks like they're both the same. From 40 Grit. 40 Grit Guitars. Sending out his
swag.
His merchandise. So everybody make sure that you go over and you check out 40 Grit's channel. It's got some good stuff. So he says, 1's for me, 1's for Randy. Randy, you are SOL. Because these are nice looking hats.
I'll say, those look like some pretty damn nice flex fits there.
They are. Yeah, they are. Flex fit for sure.
Well, it's funny. I won it on just a random draw there. And I never wear hats at all. Ever.
Right.
So I said, I know a couple of guys that might like them.
Right on. We appreciate it, John. And thank you to 40.
Yeah,
40,
man.
if you're watching on a replay, thank you very, very much. So let's see what's going on in the chat. Anybody got anything that they're talking about here? Let's see. Sova says that's exactly what I think of Chinese-made junk. See, there's one opinion already. Patty says nice guitar. Right on. Anybody else got any comments here? Looks a little squished, the box there. Yeah, accordion. Yep. It was drugged behind the delivery vehicle. Could be. Let's see. Rock Daddy saying a big howdy to the guys on the screen. Right on, Rock
Brother
Daddy.
Rock, how you doing, brother?
Good to see you here, man. Let's see. We also got Gary, channel member. Getter1952 is here. I use a strop with green and white compound. Razor sharp. Right on.
Usually finish up with the green.
We got channel member Cushman NYC has found his way in.
Right on.
And we also got channel member Ferd Burfel has shown up for the show. Right on. And speaking of the devil, channel member 40 Grit is here. 40, we just did an unboxing of the hats. And some sharp looking hats, man.
Dig it.
Quality stuff. So thank you. Thank you very much. I will wear it with pride.
Ryan said I was SOL 40.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep both.
He's keeping them both.
I'll keep them both for the next time that you're here and you can pick them up. But I ain't delivering it to you. All right, let me put this exceedingly
Sounds like you guys need to set up
away.
a guitar safari Saturday or something.
Yeah, we need to. Now that I'm back and things are kind of settling back down, we'll probably do that pretty soon. I guess depending on Randy's schedule.
But I just spent all my guitar safari money.
Oh, that's right, because you did officially sell. I guess you announced it on one of the shows.
Mm-hmm.
You got rid of your JP 15 or 16 or whatever that thing was.
It's in Canuckistan.
Right on. Right
So
on.
crossed the border into Toronto today.
Sold it up to a Canadian, eh?
Right.
Real nice guy. Nice guy.
Beauty, eh?
So have you divulged any information on what you are replacing it with, or
Not
top?
Publicly.
Not really.
Okay.
I was gonna say this fucking guy can't keep his mouth shut. He just
So top secret until it comes in, and we'll save it for a guitar solo.
well, he's gonna
episode.
undo himself. You can see him. He's almost gonna spill.
He's-
There's,
he's chomping at the bit.
I'll say this. I did order a quad Cortex and then canceled it the next day.
Okay, good.
And now there's I think there's 7 boxes en route here.
Interesting.
About half of them will be here tomorrow.
Well, very
All
cool.
from Australia.
We are, we are anxiously waiting to see what that's all about. So let's get to the Wolfgang a special EVH. This would have been around a 2012 model, I would say.
Correct.
So this one, I think that was the first year that they moved these over to China.
Yeah.
Serial number there, you don't need that. But on the back, you see the Fender logo and the made in China. So it's got the rear mounted Floyd nut like all the other EVH Wolfgangs do. And I believe this is an R3, correct?
2.
It's an R2. Okay. Nut width is 41.3 millimeter. So whatever that one is.
Tiny.
Yeah, the Wolfgangs are R2s and the Stripe series are R3s.
Okay. Gotcha. All right. So it's got a maple neck, which is quarter sawn, and it's got a bird's eye maple fretboard.
Very nice.
And this one also has the vintage size stainless steel frets, which are very, very nice. No, that's what I should do is get a little
Nylon.
piece of pantyhose or something and do the old Phil McKnight. No, but this fit and finish on the neck is outstanding. So you've got your standard reversed switch. So up is for the bridge, down is for the neck. And you have the EVH branded Floyd Rose 1000. And you've got low friction EVH Bourne's pot there. and then a high friction EVH Bourne's tone control. Comes standard with the D-Tuna, and as you saw before, it's a flat top, where all the specials now are an arch top. And let's see, the back, unfinished cavity here, so that the guitar can breathe according to Edwards specifications. Unfinished down there in the cavity. Standard recessed, or what do they call it, ferrule mounted neck, same as all the others, with a slight cutaway there, access cutaway. And maple body, or I'm sorry, basswood body with a veneer maple top, quilted, which I think looks pretty darn good in my opinion.
Does.
And it also has the EVH USA Wolfgang pickups. So that was kind of the big thing with these, is that yeah, they were assembled overseas, but it had all the USA parts, right? So all the pickups, the pots, the Floyd, the switch. I don't know about the wood material of the neck or the wood of the body, but it got all of the same appointments of the USA model guitars. So I think that there was some speculation that they stopped making these because they were competing with the USA model guitar, because a lot of folks were saying, especially the ones made in Japan, that they were just as good, if not better quality than the USA made quilted tops. At the time, I never owned one of the USA models, but I did own a made in Japan Wolfgang Special, and it was top notch, primo. I don't know why I sold it, that kind of quality guitar. The tuning pegs here, they have the Perloid knobs on them, just like the USA models did. So basically it was a USA model guitar that was assembled overseas without an arch top. And after owning this one, and playing fit, finish, comfort, playability, stability, I would say that this is on par with anything that the USA factories put out. I can dispel any hesitation with anybody wanting to pick up one of these made in China guitars. They are just as good as, dare I say, any Ernie Ball Music Man Axis that I've played. This thing feels just as good, if not better, than the Axis EX that I've got back there. It's just a fantastic playing guitar, stable. Just don't have any problems with it at all. So if anybody's looking to get one of these, you can get one of these at a pretty good price. You can get these sometimes cheaper than new made in Mexico special. You don't see them come up on Reverb or anywhere often, but when you do, you probably get one for $1,200, $1,300 right now. And I've seen them go for as high as $1,700, $1,800, just based on the demand. But bang for your buck, if you can find one of these with the USA pickups in it, stainless steel frets, I would say go for it. I wouldn't have any hesitations with recommending someone get one of these made in China. Your thoughts, Randy?
Well, I know a little bit of the backstory of why they were moved from Japan to China.
Mm-hmm.
They were made in the Chusen Gaki factory, along with some of the Jacksons. My Japanese Charvels were made in the same factory. And basically, as bad as it is, Fender pretty much screwed the owner of the factory and they had to go bankrupt. Was the big deal. And then the tsunami, I think, destroyed it.
Right.
But when they moved the production of them to China, you also got a new finish, the black cherry, came out as a Chinese production guitar, because Japan was only ivory black and tobacco burst. I owned a 2010 Japanese special, same finish, tobacco burst, and having owned it and played yours, they're identical, and and especially for the price that they were new, like $14.99.
I think they were even less than that. I think they were 12, maybe $13.99 with a case.
Yep, with the
Mind you.
EVH hard shell case.
With a hard shell case, yeah. So they were bang for the buck.
Absolutely.
I mean, just a really, really hot item back then. So I forgot that you had personally played this one when you were over here. I couldn't remember if I had it or not, but it's fantastic. The action is fantastic. The sound, the playability, the feel of it, super, super nice. And again, I wouldn't hesitate to recommend it to anybody. Let's see what else is going on here. R2R3 says he agrees. He's just trying to keep his job. 40 Grit says that's a nice looking guitar. Thank you, sir. Cushman, so Special is an upgrade from Standard. Yes. The Standard has the cutaway on the body, and I think most of those are made in Indonesia, or some of those are made in China, right?
I think they're all Indonesia.
They're all Indonesia now, yeah. And those things, for their price, I mean, bang for your buck that you get out of those things. But unfortunately, they just don't make these anymore with all of these specs on it. So you kind of have to find them used wherever you can. And even the Mexican-made specials, the pickups are made in Korea, which you'll have arguments all day with people saying they're the same spec, they sound the same. They don't. Not to my ears. The USA pickups sound cleaner, punchier, brighter, more rounded to my ear. And just depending on what guitar they're in too. But every comparison that I've done, with the exception of my purple special back there, that thing for whatever reason just sings. That thing sounds great.
Well, I think the USA pickups were wound with somebody on a hand winder winding those pickups. Yeah. And all the other overseas made ones, they're all CNC'd.
Yeah, just sitting on machines, just going. Sova says, sons of bitchin' Americans just wanted honest pay to sling those together. It's all about the bottom dollar, right? What else is going on? McCullum Music Matt says, got to get back to driving. 47 minutes left. Right on there, brother. Blue Mock says, fretboard looks sweet. It is, man. It feels great. Looks great.
Yeah, the Japanese and Chinese ones has some killer bird's eye necks.
So Sova is convinced that he would buy a Chinese guitar, but he's only offering $300 cash.
You're not going to get one of those for
No. R2R3 says, good to see the homies. Right on, man. Thanks for hanging out in the chat.
Where they at?
Leslie James Jr., welcome in. He says, I'd rather stick with my Mexico Special Quilt Maple Chlorine Burst. Love it. I've got one of those as well. I prefer this one. I like the way that it looks, but I prefer the playability of this one, fit and finish of this one, and the tone of this one is a little better. I've got a charcoal burst as well, and I have the purple burst. Something special about that purple burst, man. I'd put it neck and neck with this thing any day.
Some would say you might have a bit of a sickness there, right?
A little bit.
Well,
it's a good one.
The 3 years that those specials were made in Japan and China, I don't think I've ever heard anybody getting one that was a dud.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Versus the Mexican ones.
Yeah,
it seems like.
Yep.
Right. I mean,
yep. Leslie James says all the Wolfgangs are badass. I'd play any of them. Yeah, man. 40 Grit chiming in. He says my USA pickups are very different from the others. I agree. So Let's see. USA were done in Corona, I believe. I believe you are correct, sir. I think that they were all wound in the custom shop, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Yeah. I know that the Wolfgang signature guitars are actually a custom shop built guitar.
Well, all the USA ones now are.
Are they?
Yep. Jackson Charvel EVH custom shop.
You know, I haven't seen many shops carrying many of the USA guitars. I'm wondering if they're lowering production with the introduction of the made in Japan
That's exactly what they
signatures. Yeah. So the made in Japan signature model that I played, it was good guitar, but I wasn't as impressed with it as I was hoping that I would be. I would put this guitar up against this made in China one. Let's see what else is going on in the chat. R2R3 says, my made in Japan EVH Wolfgang stays in tune. And yours is a hardtail though, isn't it? Hey, Cowboys fan 1965 is here. Says, good evening, guys. Good to see you, man. L-Bar J, I have not had a chance to play one USA or others, sadly. 40 Grit, my made in Japan are awesome. Right on. Yeah, there's no question in my mind about the Japan made ones.
Pretty good things, yeah.
The older specials anyway. I wanted to go over this one tonight because there's a lot, like I said, a lot of flack about the made in China ones. And, for my mileage on this one, just as good as any of the others that I've played. Let's see, a new name here, the Lawn Beast.
Right.
Any major difference between Ernie Ball Music Man Axis versus Wolfgang Special? I love my Wolfgang Special. Can't justify $3,200 for Ernie Ball Music Man Axis.
You're referring to current specials or the older ones?
Yeah. The current specials, big difference. If you've got the coin, the Axis is going to be, I think, a better guitar. The older specials, 2010, 2012, in that range, they're going to give an Axis a run for their money. The Axis is probably going to be a higher percentage of the time, probably a better fit and finish overall. But bang for your buck, you cannot go wrong with the Wolfgang Special, I think.
Current, he says.
Oh, current. Yeah, there's a big difference.
Yeah. But, like that purple one that I've got back there, you find a kind of a shining
Unicorn.
diamond, unicorn in the pile of diamonds.
Yeah, I mean, dude, there's $500 guitars out there that just have it.
Yep, for sure.
It's the right neck, mated with the right body, the right person wound the pickups that day, whatever. But there's certain guitars that are, there's $5,000 custom shops that don't have any mojo.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yep, I've
Well, it's
played
like our lovable lunatic who's not here tonight, Jimmy. He'll just peel them off necks and match them up to different, and all of a sudden, boom, there it is.
Yep.
Right, mate.
Yeah, I've played Murphy Lab Les Pauls, and I was like, nope, thank you, but not for me. Let's see, 40 Grit says, I was going to go after EVH Ernie Ball Music Man, but went with a Gibson Frampton. Yeah,
he was going to go after two of them.
Well, special dust. Yeah, a little fairy dust on them.
Yeah.
So, let's see. I forgot how the riff goes, but this thing sounds good. I mean, it's punchy. It's articulate. It's clear. Clarity of the chords, you know. Sustains for days. So if you can find one of these at a pretty reasonable price, can't go wrong. Can't go wrong with it. Let's see. Lawn Beast, Amsterdam. Love that riff. It's a cool one, man. R2R3 says, I'll take that EVH Wolfgang Custom off your hands at 40 grit if you ever get sick of it. Let's see. McCullum Music says, last night after hanging with Hip and Trev, I ordered 2 guitars, an Epiphone Extura Prophecy, Purple Tiger Age Gloss, and a Jackson Pro Plus XT Soloist SLAT HT6 Baritone Satin Black.
There you go.
You know,
He's got the purple version of my guitar.
The gas is real. So
Especially with Matt.
be looking forward to seeing some of those, Matt. Right on.
Hopefully, I filled the gas tank for a while here. Well, what's
Right.
coming? Probably not though.
40
What do you
grits
got coming
telling
there, Randy? What is
R2
it?
is deep in the vault. Yeah, I don't think he's going to give up the goods tonight.
I got on
Pretty sure
Reverb.
you've got a TRS to TS cable, don't you? I don't know where they're coming. No.
No, I got on Reverb and I found every RP360 XP.
Right.
I'm going to daisy chain them all together,
Stack them. Nice.
and with a Zoom 505 in the middle.
So it's going to be a wet, dry, wet.
Right. The 505's the dry sound. But in reality, it's just going to be fizz, 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 fizz.
Right.
Yeah, fizz, fizz,
Exactly. So, but let's weigh this thing and see what it weighs. How about we do that?
Ooh, any bets? 7 pounds, 10 ounces.
7 pounds, 10 ounces is one guess.
Mine was
about-
pretty light.
How about in the chat? What does the chat think it might weigh? We'll give them a good look at it here.
Matt, it's not a Line 6 Spider. It's a Veta, Line 6 Veta from like 99.
Let's take a closer look at that neck. Let's get up and personal.
You can see the Fermunda cheese from your fingers.
Can you?
No. No.
Man, look at all that bird's eye in that thing. Super nice. All right, let's weigh it. I got to take my cans off here.
What does it weigh? I said 7.2. He said 7. What, Randy?
I didn't say anything. R2, half of them are going to have the IR on and the other half of them aren't.
Patty's got 7 pounds even. Cush is at 7.9. 40 grit, 7.14. Very precise.
7 pounds,
Lee is
14
at
ounces.
7.2, just like me.
Trev said what? 7 pounds? 7 pounds, 10 ounces?
Correct.
7.8. 7 pounds, 8 ounces.
12
Okay,
pounds.
so the guitar has a it has a strap on it, so whatever the strap weighs. But we are looking at, let's see, 8 pounds, 1.75 ounces.
Oh, Matt comes in at the end and pulls it away.
So I would say without the strap, it's probably right at
8.1.
8.0, something like that.
Mhm.
Yeah. So
There you
really,
go.
really good weight. So anyway, I'm happy with it.
Yeah.
So let's read off the specs of this one. Let's see, I had to print these off because I couldn't find a website that actually, officially had it listed. Let's see, Wolfgang Special, the color of that one is Tobacco Burst. Body wood was basswood with a maple top veneer. And I don't know how thick the veneer would be. I'd say at least 1/8 of an inch or so. Randy's probably looking it up right now. 22 fret, vintage style stainless steel, black dot position markers, and it does have a 12 to 16 compound fingerboard radius. The fingerboard wood, they call it a double A bird's eye maple. The neck wood is the quarter sawn maple with a hand rubbed urethane neck finish. Nut width is 41.3 millimeter, which is an R2 according to Randy. EVH branded Floyd Rose tremolo and EVH D-tuna. Bridge pickup, USA custom designed EVH humbucker, and the neck pickup is the same, USA custom designed EVH humbucker. 3-way pickup selector, and scale length on it is 25.5, which is 64.8 centimeters. And the EVH Borns low friction and high friction pots for volume and tone, respectively. We got Wall Cries is here. What is up? He says Randy is a nut. Right on. Robbie Stengel is here telling everybody he's got 3 million views yesterday. Right on, Robbie. Congrats. Man. Very cool. Let's see. E. coli is here. What is up, Earl? Channel member. He says, MAGAA, Make America Guitars Again. Wally in the box is here. Good to see you, man. Wally says, just a bit heavier than a Steinberger is what you are saying. Yeah, a little bit. Now, the Steinberger GS7 right there, that's a heavy freaking guitar. I don't know that we've weighed that thing yet. We haven't done a Guitarsenal on that one yet, but it's a little heavier than 8 pounds for sure.
1/4 inch.
1/4. Okay. So that's pretty thick.
So juicy.
Yeah, that's thicker than I thought it would be. Let's see. Patty saying hey to everybody. There's Jay, 7/8. What's up, Jay? Which we'll be watching tomorrow on the Under the Bus Network. You'll see a link down in the description for those boys.
It'll be available to watch tomorrow.
It will be available, yeah. I think that
depends who's hosting. They've gone to an odd pairing thing now.
Well, they're doing the card is a Van Halen card, so I doubt we'll see Boner Jams tomorrow. So I'm contemplating and just assuming that it would be Jay and Caleb. I don't know if Kurt's back from Cabo yet, but maybe Kurt as well. Let's see what else is going on in the chat.
I may have it on in the background when I'm wiring some things up.
Wall of Cries wants to see the action on it. Yeah, let me grab it again. Need to grab it before I knock it off that table anyway.
Before the show ends, Randy's gonna explode with you. Just can't keep it in. It's like
Nope.
Austin Powers looking at that dude with a mole on his face. Holy moly.
Because I want Ryan to hear it first, and we're going to see if Ryan can guess what it is.
Nice.
I'm excited for you, buddy.
What am I waiting to hear first?
Oh, we'll see. The thing is, I'm not going to have it all. I might have you a half put together demo Thursday evening, because I know some of the stuff's not going to be here till Friday and Saturday, but the core of it should be here tomorrow. So I might give you a little ear demo Thursday, see if you can figure out what it is.
I don't know how well you can see that.
It's fucking low, okay?
It's really low.
Laying down on there.
Mm-hmm.
Climbs a bit at the, yeah. That was good, buddy.
That's how it needs to be.
That's how it should be.
I'll fight the damn thing. The low action on those works really good with those vintage size frets too.
Yeah. Yeah, the frets are not tall at all. Let's get a side shot of the fret height. I don't know if you can see that as well. But they're short. Yeah, you can kind of see it there.
Oof. Fingertips touching the wood is like nails on a chalkboard to me.
You get over it.
Yeah, you probably 10 seconds after you start playing it. Doesn't matter.
What's going on? Oh, I'm not plugged in. Turn that back off.
Chinese junk.
Yeah, Chinese piece of junk. So, have you had any experience with with any of these, John? I guess not.
No, I don't even know. I mean, what they are anymore. I picked up lots of the PV ones and lots of the Wolfgang ones, and it never clicked for me.
So Jay says that Kurt, Caleb, and his dumbass will be on the show tomorrow. Right on.
Nice. So we'll have some funny videos.
Well, as long as you're there, Jay.
Stainless
He
steel.
brings the
inch
stupid
size.
videos or stupid pet tricks at the end.
The what the F are you doing?
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't do that as well as Jay. We'll have to get Jay on here one day to show us how to do that. I don't know. I think it's just an overall great guitar. For bang for the buck. Like I said, if you can still find one of these somewhere for sale, grab it. I got a pretty good deal on this one. I found it on Facebook Marketplace. And bought it within 5 minutes of it being posted because the dude was asking a ridiculously low price for it, and I drove over and got it right away. Said I'll take it. I'm coming to get it. Hold it for me.
When was that, Ryan? When did you get that one?
About a year ago now, I guess. Right. Yeah. So I couldn't pass it up because if anything. I was like, well, if it sucks, I can at least pull the pickups out of it and use it in something else and then, sell the body or whatever. But I don't know. Great package altogether. So the only thing that I may do to it is I may have it refinished a different color. I'm not a big fan of the tobacco burst, but I don't know. Is that blasphemous to change the color on one of these?
Not at all.
Yeah.
Do what you want. It's your guitar.
I mean, Craig refinishes Music Man, so.
This is true. Yeah.
That's
the EVH models.
A veneer, though, so if you strip it, isn't it going to screw it up?
You said it's quarter inch.
Quarter inch. Yeah. I wouldn't worry about it at all.
Yeah. That's true.
Well, I've seen Craig strip veneers, and you never know it.
Yeah. He does really, really good work. What else is going on in the chat?
Did we answer Lawn Beast earlier?
Wally says on the deck. Yeah, that's pretty low. Did we answer who?
The Lawn Beast. He asked Do we
Do
feel
you
that?
guys feel the current Wolfgang special overpriced at $1,200? No, I wouldn't say so. Based on the inflation that we've seen on everything else, companies have to unfortunately start looking ways to save money. A lot of manufacturers probably figured most people don't want a hard case. They throw it in a gig bag, and very honestly, my guitars are in a hard case because they're kept and put away. So I like to have a hard case, but a musician that's going to be using it, as a main guitar, gig bag, they finally started offering the gig bag with them, but I don't know. To answer your question, no, I don't think they're overpriced. What about you, Randy?
I don't either. I think pretty much every manufacturer across the board really went up $300 on pretty much every model they make.
Yeah.
Some more. I'm in a ton of the guitar groups on Facebook for different brands, and it's the same. Everybody bitches about the same thing, and I can't believe they charge $300 more now. So
Yeah.
I think for what you get and the times, I think they're pretty much in line. Kurt
5150 is here. So I'm assuming he's back from his partying in Cabo. He said he didn't have signal there, so I guess if he's here posting, he's back.
Oh, you're my boy!
He says, smash that thumbs up.
They have plenty of signal in Cabo, but he's cheap ass probably didn't want to pay for the
Right. Channel member Charles Green, Mr. YouTube, is here.
Right on.
Good to see you, Charles.
Chuck Verde.
So Jay and Kurt are talking about the Alex Van Halen book, and you finished it up a few days ago. That's something. Well, I haven't been here, so have you guys been talking about that book any while I was
Not
gone?
even a little bit.
No,
I listened to the audiobook though all the way through.
I didn't buy it.
I did not buy it either. And the reason that I didn't buy it, I'm going to get so much flack for this, is because I don't care.
That's about in the line with the reason I didn't buy it.
Van Halen is gone.
History.
And every story that we've ever gotten over all the years was based on who was in the band or who was feeling a certain way one day, and then the next day they felt another way. And now it's coming out that most of everything that he wrote in there was plagiarized from other people, articles that they had. Have you heard that, John? You look a little surprised there.
I am totally surprised.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So they're saying that books that were written before, a lot of stuff that he had in his were word for word, verbatim.
I know he did a bunch of quotes.
Yeah.
Like he said, as such and such said at this point in time, like reviewing a show.
Right. But, it's kind of, it's to the point where I don't care. So.
There was no thing for me with it. It was just, I heard an excerpt and I was like, the way he's talking is it's a different, it's all the same shit that we all know.
Right.
It is. It's just a different perspective, right?
Yeah.
And it's all very corporate and PC and, but it was, audiobooks, I listen to it while I drive, and I drive, 14, 15 hours a week.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I'm not saying if you want to read it or listen to it, by all means, go right ahead.
Yeah.
Just, I had absolutely no interest in it. And I know everybody's going to say, well, you're not a true Van Halen fan. I don't think you can get, a bigger fan of the music than me. But all of the ins and outs.
Now you're going to start a fight about that.
Uh-huh.
I'm a bigger fan. Goddamn you.
Even like the guitars, the scratch that's here or the little ding that's there that people go through with the relics of the guitars. I don't care.
Yeah.
It's cool to see them. And I like to have, a relic guitar that looks like the 5150, which I've got.
Yep.
I bought one of the Stripe Series Frankies because it's cool looking. It's a guitar that I'm familiar with and seeing from my childhood. I was more meticulous about the Fair Warning guitar, the layout on it, the way that I wanted it, because it was unique. It was something that I helped put together as far as the, where I wanted what.
That's the coolest piece outside of the GL2T to me is the piece de resistance for you, but the next one is the Fair Warning guitar. I love
and
that.
the dude, I don't know if I can say this, but it was painted by the GL2T.
Yes.
Was painted by someone who knew intimately how to paint that cover. I'll say that.
Right.
In other words, the same guy that painted Eddie's.
Right. Who said that? What? Randy. Quit spreading rumors.
And it was not Babbitt's. Babbitt's did not paint that guitar.
Cool.
All he did was put the guitar together. So anyway, what else is going on in the chat? Wall Cries is trying to get Kurt to have Jay eat a handful of edibles again. That's on the high road. You got to wait for that show.
I don't think that's going to be a problem either. So
He does it on his own, Kurt says. CMBR says China has been kicking ass on guitars. I'm assuming is what he's talking about.
oh, you don't know Kung Fu.
Bo, Guitar Man 45 channel member is here. What is up?
Hey, how you doing? Oh,
Robbie says, Fair Warning guitar? Yes, sir. You know that guitar. You know which one I'm talking about. Let's see.
Oh, you know all this. You cannot draw.
Thank you, Charles. We appreciate you. Kurt says, I was in Cabo for vacation. Got to take a break from this shit.
Yeah, right. And then you go to the Cabo Wabo. Big break.
Sometimes you need a break from your vacation. You need a vacation from vacations.
When you travel,
That's what Bob Wiley would say.
Kurt, why don't you take a vacation to Atlanta?
Kurt says, we're not missing anything, Randy,
Oh, I know.
for having no interest in the book.
Every review I've seen of it from people in that community is like, it's the same shit we've all heard.
So Robbie is saying that Alex Van Halen's rendition of his own life, some of the book is not accurate, written by the man who lived this life. I don't know if I would agree with you, Robbie. I mean, the man was there, but I don't know.
Well, I mean, I'll play devil's advocate with that.
Well, he says like about his drum tech. So perhaps there's some things that were foggy in his memory,
Yeah, that's where I was going to go with it. I mean,
Yeah.
take Ed, for example. Ed lied about so much stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And then later on in life, he would say something that might have actually been the truth. But then everyone's like, no, that's not what you said 30 years ago. How much stuff did Ed misremember later on?
But you know what? There's reasons for that. The 5150 relic. I don't know where it is here. It's back there in that rack back there. I don't remember what pickup I put in it.
Right.
For the life of me, I cannot remember what pickup I put in that thing.
Yep.
So, when Eddie's thinking back and he's like, yeah, that one's got a Seymour Duncan in it, or if he ever said or anything about it, he probably didn't remember. So,
pulling it out of a hat.
yeah. So, I don't know. Wally in the box doesn't care either, just loves the music. Right on.
There you go. Right. I think that's a big thing. Everybody assigns so much value to every word a person says.
Kurt wanted to hear more about his live piss barrel. Patty is wondering if Caleb is doing an unboxing tomorrow. I guess we'll have to watch and see, Patty. Let's see. Jay's got the Me Too movement going there. Right on. Let's see. What else is happening? Nothing.
Zip Zero Nada.
Robbie says, that's a 78 custom shop pickup in your 51. You told me.
I think you told me that's what it was in it too. When I played it.
That's what I think is in there, but I had several pickups that I was trying. I had one that was a hybrid pickup. It had a coil off of a JB, and it had a coil off of I think a custom, and they were put together. And I think I also bought a 78 custom shop, and that may be what's in that guitar. But honestly, I for the life of me, I don't remember if that's what
Sounds
was left
good.
in it.
And the thing is, it goes back to what you're saying about the one that you have there, the Wolfgang from China. Just got all put together right, and the sum of its parts sounded good. So that, your custom one-off pickup may sound like absolute dog shit, and some of it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Bo says, Ryan getting the I don't know where is this thing is here somewhere. Yeah. Yep. Well, if you saw my whole room, you would understand that statement. So Patty's going to be watching Under the Bus Network tomorrow.
Okay, enough
Right
about
on.
these fuckers. Jesus Christ. You see Beesman was on earlier,
I'm just
cutting into our time?
Just reading the chat there.
I know.
Yeah, but Beesman was kind enough to message me and says, hey, this is the night that I can do it. I'm going to start early. And, I mean, he only had 6 people watching anyway. So,
I'm trying to start controversy here.
Well, you can't do that with Beesman. Beesman's a classy guy. He's a class act.
yeah, he's
And
Switzerland.
he's a gentle lover.
He's Switzerland.
Just because he likes to shove cigars up your poop chute like Bill Clinton don't mean nothing.
No. He's a good recipient of the spoon.
Well, that's about an hour for tonight for the Guitarsenal. That's about what we do, unless you boys have something else you want to chat about. We need some ideas for next week, next Tuesday. So anybody in the chat that has an idea for any of the piece of gear that we've got, comment down on this. Oh, Randy's looking.
Randy's got a rig update next week, I think.
Okay.
Maybe.
Well, we'll see what happens. But
Yeah, Sweetwater screwed me. They didn't ship one of my things till today, even though I bought it 3 days ago.
bummer.
Better be some extra candy.
Better end this show before it just spills out of him.
Right.
I'll send the candy to Quentin.
Yes.
Get him the diabetes.
Oh, the Sweetwater box, I don't care. All the Sweetwater box is a pedal board. That's all I bought from Sweetwater, pedal board. And a
See, exactly. It's starting
Furman-
to spill out.
the Furman surge protector that blocks
Oh, what are you
EMI.
protecting? What is this surge?
Because
thing?
the power here sucks. Is very dirty.
So what are you protecting though?
Stuff and things.
Stuff and stuff. I'm just reading through the chat here. You guys are just hilarious. Way Up Dude says EVH greatest guitarist in the world. EVH as a person, big a-hole.
Depends on who you ask.
Robbie says, well, it depends if he was drinking.
Correct.
Way Up. Yep.
Or other stuff?
Dan is asking, has anyone sent in their playing videos? No, damn it. Send them to me.
Oh, Ryan, you got to give Dan the Dan Gorman riff, bro. I'm not hooked up here.
Well, I don't know if I can do it as good as you because I haven't practiced it and I don't know it like you do. There you go.
That'll do.
Yeah, that's all you get, Dan. Sorry.
Scent of a rat cushion.
Right. Papa Blue, I got a new compression pedal coming tomorrow for my birthday. Right on.
Nice.
Congrats,
Birthday.
man. Let's see. Gretch Zeppelin is here, channel member. Cool, man. Good to see you.
Which compressor are you getting, Papa?
Way Up Dude says, I like Dirty Power. Great group. There he is. Channel member Boner Jams is here. Hope you had a good show, Boner. He says, heard Stingle was rearranging guts and blowing out backs this past month. What's good, everyone?
Now, do you mean like I hope you had a good show boner, or I hope you had a good show boner?
Both. Interpret any way that you choose. That's right. El Bar J says that way for many people. Yeah. A-hole sometimes. Just like me on the show, you know, most of the time I'm chill and cool, but sometimes I can be a real a-hole.
Right. Now, John's most times a real a-hole.
And then sometimes he can be
Resting
cool.
a-hole. Yes.
Yeah.
I like the 50-50 balance.
Right. LBarJ says, happy compression day. Got some happy birthdays coming there. Papa Blue, cheers. Was it Papa Blue that said that? Yeah.
Yep.
New compressor coming in. Let's see. Boner says, appreciate everyone stopping in and saying hi. I was lurking, Boner. I was busy doing some stuff, so I couldn't chat, but I was lurking. There's another happy birthday from Charles. Papa Blue says it's a Boss CS3 compression pedal. Right on, man.
Nice.
Jay's covering his butt here. He says, how was the show? I joined as soon as you ended. Just missed it.
Fun fact, I've never used a compressor.
Me neither.
No, you just use overly compressed amps to
Correct.
get your compression.
Exactly. It's built into our amps already. Nothing wrong with that.
Nope.
Oh, never had the need for one.
Have you decided to come clean with us, Randy?
No.
He's not going to tell you.
Well, I know it is, but I'm just waiting for him to blurt it out.
Shut up, John. Don't say nothing.
I ain't saying shit. I like this. I'm enjoying just hanging out with you guys, to be honest with you.
What?
John and Jimmy both know what all I ordered.
Well, you'll have to
See?
tell me. You have
We're
to
like
tell me in the green room.
We're like the three best friends that anyone could ever have.
Shoe pop and do.
This guitar sounds just as good as any other, if not better. So go out and get you one if you can find one.
Keep your eyes open.
They're on Reverb, but you're going to overpay for it.
Let's take a look at Reverb. Let's do some Reverb surfing. I haven't had a look at Reverb in a
Ridiculous reverb listings by.
while. Right.
I can tell you, there's not a certain JP16 on there anymore.
But there is a SL68 Mark II.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
you
looked
got
for
it
your
on there,
SL68. I didn't see it.
All right, let's see. I want to do a tab. There we go. Share it. And I'm going to take this and put this over here. And I'm going to go full screen on it there. All right. Can we see that okay?
That's horrible.
What's horrible?
What's all this shit in your feed?
Racing Green SG.
Old Fender Champ,
I don't
Bootlegger
know.
Guitar Space.
Tremonti PRS, and Purple Mist.
There we go. That's better. Well, this is one that I've...
X88.
Oh, yeah. X88IR, man. I've been checking that thing out for sure.
Sounds great.
It does sound good.
It's exceptionally good.
All right.
You guys,
so
did you watch that video I posted? Buddy had a
I had already watched them all.
SLO30 and
already watched it.
SLO100.
I had already watched them all. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It was kind of like when you were sending me head first videos, and I'm like, yeah, I've already seen that.
Well, it's not about that. It's about sharing my discovery with my friend and having you humor me and fucking acknowledge it at least. Dirty bastard.
I just felt like telling you, yeah, I have YouTube, John.
I have YouTube Premium, John.
So do I.
Dude, I can't stand the ads.
Me Yeah.
That's
Don't
worth
miss that at all.
that's
Never go
worth
back.
$20 a month all day long.
Basically, as soon as they came out with that, or as soon as I discovered it was there, so I'll have that.
Yep.
Can cancel Sportsnet or some other bullshit.
There's that custom shop with the stripe inlays.
Yeah.
I got an offer on that the other day. They sent me a targeted offer on that for like 41,
Oh, really?
and I was like, no.
Yeah, no thank you. Let's see. Pre-order Stripe special. Nah.
There's a Japanese one.
Right here, the special hardtail with hardtail fine tuning.
The black one all the way on the left is a Japanese special.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
That's
R2
gonna-
has that one there.
That's going to be like in Europe or something with the way the price it, and it's like a solid dollar amount.
$20.91.25.
Yeah, it's going to be in Canada or Italy or some goofy shit like that. Probably $5 million to ship it.
Let's see where it's located. United Kingdom. Yep, 135 shipping.
And then there's that nasty thing called VAT they have over there.
Oh, dude, that guy that bought the JP16, he's got to pay like, I saw how much his custom charges is. He's got to pay like $370 to pick that thing up.
It shouldn't be because it's a U.S. built thing and manufactured.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I feel the custom stuff out right that it was built in the USA.
Oh, but that might be GST and stuff.
Yeah,
right?
it'd be 12% for taxes at least.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is one of the flat top specials. It's a hardtail, and they're asking almost $2,000 for it, and it's coming from Greece.
Yeah.
Those boys are crazy over there. Does it say if it's okay? This is a made in Japan one. Okay.
I think that's just the exchange rate that kind of bumps those up. On average, from what I see for the ones for sale in the U.S., they're close to that. They're 16, 17, 1800.
Well, let's see. Here's a Wolfgang special. This looks like a made in Japan. Let's get over to this.
Somewhere else in the world too. It's
It's from
Ireland.
Ireland. Yep. So they're asking $1,703 for this one. And it's a made in Japan. There we go. All right. Get back over here. And we'll continue on. Let's see. I'm unable to see the chat from where I'm at. So if you guys see any questions or anything going on, anything cool. Wow, a lot of striped ones. But these are all the newer ebony board.
Yeah, I usually filter and go to used, so they'll pop up. There's a 2011 Japanese.
Yep, $15.95. Another hardtail. So I don't think we've seen a Floyd Rose version yet. There's a made in Japan hardtail stealth, $1,500. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Let's see.
There you go.
Here's a
That's a Japanese.
special 2010 vintage white with case. Let's take a look at that one.
And the Lizzowood, $1,500. Texas.
$1,500 coming out of Texas.
Click
And
that, buy it now, Ryan. You're hovering right on it.
Yeah, I'm right there. I want to take a look at that neck. Ooh, man, look at all that bird's eye in that thing. I never have just really been a fan of that color of that. It's like a TV yellow.
Yeah, it's almost like the vanilla shake.
Yeah.
But it doesn't, to me, it doesn't look that good on a Wolfgang.
No, I like the white signature that I've got, but that just almost looks, I don't know, buttery.
Now that on like a Charvel, I'd be all about it.
All right, let's get back over here. Continue scrolling. Let's see, next page. It's a lot of stripe stuff. Let's see.
There you go. There's another one.
Special maple fretboard, vintage white, $14.95. And let's see. Made in Japan.
Florida.
Coming from Florida. Yep.
John Holmes Beach.
It'll be all warped up from the humidity.
Is that a long one? That beach? Now, see, I would be,
13 by 8.
you know, this one may have been made in China and somebody scratched the sticker off of it. Got some damage to it, too.
Demolish.
Little scratches there. All right, let's get back to scrolling here.
Them silver burst ones, terrible.
I don't know. It's kind of growing on me a little bit. Not enough that I would buy one, but
Just the silver burst Frankie relics are god awful as well.
all right. Let's see. Here's a made in Japan, 2010 12-1300. There's a
Another
probably made in Japan, 1300 local pickup only. Let's see.
Amazing how many of them are out there, eh?
Well, you'll get where you can't find a lot of them, and then you'll go through a period where there'll be a bunch on here,
Yeah. all
and then
of a
they'll
sudden.
disappear again.
Oh shit! I look for it's all 0 or 1.
Oh, it's funny seeing the prices on them, dude. When I bought mine, I paid $700 for it.
Mm-hmm. I sold my black one years and years and years ago for like $800. So kick myself now.
I sold mine for 13.
13.
13. It's also in Canada. It's over there in it's over there by RBO in the old Glace Bay, Nova Scotia.
Okay. Well, I don't think we're going to see any more of them. We're getting down to the 1200s or so. I don't know. Maybe. Let's keep scrolling. Looks like it's just all a bunch of new stuff. Let's see. Page 7. Now there's a left-handed one. Looks like that was Mexico, though.
For people that play wrong.
Mm-hmm. There's a special right there. 1174. Let's see where this one was made. That one's got Floyd Rose on it. And let's see. Oh, it's coming from Japan. And let's see. Handle is broken and can be removed. Case closes securely.
It's got a big old chunk missing on down there on the lower bout.
This model is made in Japan.
See it down there below the tone
I
knob?
see it. Yep, right there. Let's
Oh,
scroll through. Boy, the neck is dirty too. Well played. Made in Japan.
Sushi juice on it.
There, they got a close up of it. Yeah.
Yeah, if that was a super thin veneer, the whole top would be cracked.
Yep. All right, let's carry on. Page 8. Let's see.
I don't like those surf green ones either.
I never really was a fan of those.
Or the Pharaoh's gold.
I like the color of the Pharaoh Gold on a Charvel, not the Wolfgang though.
Maybe if it had a maple border.
Maybe. Yeah, I don't think there's going to be much anything else. There's a special gloss black.
No, it's Mexico. It's got black hardware.
Yep, you're right.
I know.
Let's see. Special ebony fingerboard ivory. Nope. What? Oh. Yeah, I don't think there's going to be much more.
They must sell a lot of those things, saying they have tooling in bloody Mexico,
What?
US.
There's one.
There's one here. Let's take a
Hardtail.
look. $10.50 free shipping.
Colorado
Springs. There you go. If you're looking for a hardtail version. Let's see. This is a made in China hardtail model for $1,050. That's not a bad price if you're looking for a hardtail. I wouldn't think.
Is the Floyd one worth more?
Guitar has some minor rough fret edges.
Fret sprout.
Could be.
The hardtails weren't as desirable.
Right.
I don't think they made as many hardtails either.
Well, let's search for something else. Let's see. Let's search for, I don't know, Steinberger. See, what I do here is I go high to low.
Yeah. Cut out the crap and start with the good stuff.
And, I'd scroll down to stuff that I could possibly afford. This guitar right here, this is a GL4T, 1998, 69, 85. The guy that's selling this has also advertised it in some of the Steinberger groups for about $5,300. So if anybody was looking for a good deal, that would be a good one right there. This is one that the price of this guitar started out at like $10,000. And the guy has lowered the price. He's at $7,405. He's over in Greece, $350 shipping. But I would love to have this guitar. It's Alcoa, and it's a GL2T, which is what I want, big time. But I always love the sound of Koa guitars. So if that was a little bit cheaper. Look at the back on that thing. That thing is just beautiful. Super
Have you
nice.
talk to the guy? See if there's any.
Nah. I can't see paying that much for one of these. I need to find somebody that can make one of those bodies for me. All right, carrying on. Let's see what else we got. This one is similar to, this is exactly what I've got, the GM1T.
That's the one-string version.
That's the one, what?
Oh, that's my bad eyesight version. Never mind. The low E is like really pronounced.
Yeah,
gotcha. But this is way overpriced, in my opinion. Guy wants almost $5,000 for that thing.
It's in Slovenia.
Mm-hmm. He's
got
got one of those
girls in Slovenia.
Adapters up there.
I watched Euro Trip, man. They had like 5-star dining for like a nickel in the width.
Yeah. That thing is, like I said, overpriced, I think. All right, carrying on. This one has been here. This one has been here forever. The GM5T.
We don't know what it looks like. You closed the window.
Did I?
You're not sharing anymore.
Oh, well, dang. Let me get back over to it. What has happened? There we go. All right, settings, present, share screen. There we go. Is that,
Can't see it. It's in the,
I'm working on it. Give me a second.
It's okay, Russell, that you talk a lot. We like guitars too, bro.
I'm rusty at this. I somehow managed to open up a new window. Let's see.
Dude, I don't know how you do it. That one Sunday that you weren't here, then Trev's power went out, and I'm sitting here trying to run everything. Holy shit. What a nightmare.
So this one right here, this is a GM4, and this guy is local to me.
right.
And I've chatted with him a little bit about this, and we're a little off on the price. I'm offering a certain amount, and he's not wanting to come down to it. But this is one that I wouldn't mind having. Only issue with it is, let me get where we can see. little crack there in the neck pocket, but I'm not concerned about that. Let me get this one right here. You can see this.
Right.
Can you see my pointer?
Yeah. See my pecker?
No.
But if I were to pick up this guitar, I think what I would try to do is have it converted to a humbucker up here, have this whole filled, have this selector switch filled, and then put a selector switch here instead of a tone knob, put USA Wolfgang pickups in it, and have it fabric topped by Charles 75N.
Right on.
That is ambitious.
It is ambitious. So if I can ever get it for the price that I want, maybe that will be the project that I do. But it's not a bad looking guitar. It does have a an S trim in it. It's not trans trim. That's another reason I'm not offering what he's asking. But that would be an S trim that I could transfer over to another guitar, and I have a trans trim that I could put on that guitar. So
Have a couple of those kicking around, do you?
yeah, I got a couple laying around, but the ideas are flowing with that.
That's cool.
All right, what else we got? That's similar to what Caleb got there. He got the GP 2T though. His
Russell
has a trans trim.
Russell's Honor says some of the old Red Beach models were set up with trans trims too.
Red Beach models.
Reb Beach. I think are you talking about his Ibanez's? I think that's just the way the bodies were cut on those Ibanez Voyagers. Like, there's no back end on them, so he could pull the Floyd like way up. I don't remember Reb Beach using trans trim. I could be wrong, but
The only other guitars I know that had the trans trim were the Klein guitars and some of the Ed Roman pieces of junk had trans trims put on them. Now this guitar right here, I requested some additional pictures on this one. It's in France, but they're asking $27.22 and $284 shipping, but it has an R trim on it. But you can see right here that it was originally routed for an S trim or a trans trim. So this is one that I looked at that it does have the proper neck on it. So somebody at some point took the S trim or the trans trim off of it, and for whatever reason, I have no idea, put an R trim on it. But that would be a good project body guitar.
You could imagine a guy that's not very do-it-yourself or getting frustrated as all get out with a trans trim and just swapping it out, yeah?
Yeah, possibly, yeah. The problem with this guitar is the additional pictures that I requested showed the rest of the back of the neck, and it looks like a feral cat got a hold of it. There are scratches all over that thing. So that's one that I kind of gave up on. And I'm kind of leery about overseas ordering.
Indeed.
that one was France.
Yep.
Yeah. Let's see. Did I lose the sharing again?
Yeah.
Share screen.
No, I don't.
You don't what?
Oh, Smarty in the other room says that I need one. No, I don't. They're cool.
FTG.
They're just exactly FTG. They're not my thing.
Where
Find
is
yourself
the
out of a
other-
job pretty fucking quick if you got one, I think. Either any of us.
Out of a job.
Well, this is your thing, man. Don't fuck.
Oh.
You guys stay the fuck out of my kit.
No. I would love it if you guys had trans trim guitars. And that's kind of the extent of all those.
So what does is this the basic source for all? I guess Reverb really is, eh? The source for a
Yeah,
lot of
that's-
that stuff.
That's
The
actually
best-
not a bad deal right here on this thing. This is the wooden body, the GP2S. $2,000 coming out of Nevada. And it has an S trim on it. That's not horrible. Let's see. I'm sorry, John, what were you saying?
I guess this Reverb's kind of the best place to get a global sampling of what's out there and available.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
A little chip in the neck there. Yeah, but see, here's the thing with the Steinbergers. Any of them that you pick up from most sellers, you're going to need to do some work to it.
Right.
You know? And who knows how to work on them? Not a whole lot of people. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the money you're going to spend with him to get it refurbished.
Yeah.
I know a couple folks at Marietta that know how to work on them.
Well, I'm talking if you got a neck that needs a new gel coat or something like that, you know, there's only one or two guys that know how to do that stuff properly, you know. Well, that I know of anyway. So if you want one that's pristine, usually, you know, Headless USA is going to be your best bet.
Right.
But the problem with that is that, you know, you're going to be, let's see, let's go back to the first page. The problem with that is you're going to be paying, you know, $10,000.
Yep.
For one.
Well, let's face it, though. Who's buying these things? It's not like a gigging musician, you know, is going to have one of these as a backup or something like that. It's somebody that's very specifically focused, right?
Yeah. This guy
But I
here
get
with
it.
his,
You know, some people figure they're going to get something and then they'll fix it up and then they end up spending more than, you know, the $13,000 for the perfect one or whatever.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Me, I don't really, you know, the GL2T that I got, I wanted that one pristine.
Yep.
I wanted that one perfect.
Yeah.
But, you know, for a regular player guitar that, you know, I can just take out and bang around, you know, I don't care what it looks like. I am particular about the neck, though. I don't like the feel of a neck that's scratched and dinged and all that on the back of it. There was one. I guess it's sold.
Look at all
but
those mini toggles and shit.
Or no, is it this one? Let me see. Is it this one? Yes. This one right here. This one would be a really, really great buy for somebody. Because it has a version 1 trans trim on it.
Right.
You see the little screws right here. You can tell by those. So it's been converted to a 1.5 because you've got the adjustment jaws right here. But you can also tell by this little arm here, that's a little bit different. Right. But anytime you see these 3 screws here on the bottom, that started off as a version 1 trans trim, which is a more sought after trans trim, I guess. And for $7,900, that's not a bad price on this one. If it didn't have all this MIDI crap on it and this thing here, it'd probably be more than $7,900. But
right, that's what I was going to ask. Does that add or subtract from the value?
It just depends on what you're looking for, I guess. But if it was, if it didn't have all that MIDI on there, I'd have bought that thing because of the trans trim. But somebody will jump on that pretty soon.
Don't you have a spare faceplate?
I do, but these are cut into the body. Those knobs. Those are in the body. I'm pretty sure.
Hey, that's the fuck me. Look at that. That's the way it would have come from Steinberger then that way, or is that a retrofit on it?
No, that's it. It would have come from Steinberger this way. Original
Why is your
case.
case so big?
Yeah, see there, that's all cut into
Okay.
to the body. So I don't know. That's not my thing.
80s glitchy MIDI. No?
All right. Anyhow, all right. I'm done.
Little guitar synth action.
Do we have anybody left in the chat here?
Yeah, there's like 26,000 people still watching.
Oh, okay.
Russell's
All right.
still here.
Russell's talking away, man.
Russell. What's up, Russell? Something has a warm and crispy tone. I'm not sure. Let's see. I would have got a power conditioner too, but that would have cut into my pot money.
I didn't get a whole power conditioner. I just got the little 6-spot power strip. Just because it'll cut out a lot of the noise from the dirty power here.
Well, boys, it's almost 11 o'clock. Hour and a half we've been going.
Yeah,
So
man.
I think we're going to call it right about there.
I have no fucking idea. Why don't you call Mindy and ask her?
Have you ever taken a guitar to Southeastern?
I have.
Yeah?
Yep.
They do pretty good work.
Yeah, they mine was the warranty claim with my USA Jackson. But I had them reset it up after it came back and did a great job. I had a buddy of mine had a Les Paul headstock repaired by them probably about 7 or 8 years ago. Barrett was the owner. Barrett did it, and you can't even tell it was ever broke.
Nice.
So
when the headstocks break off of our Les Pauls, we know where to take them.
yeah. But he does. I know Barrett's probably the dude that does the best. I guess Martins have binding problems, and he's like the only dude certified by Martin in the Southeast to do like warranty Martin binding repairs and stuff. Apparently, it's super tedious.
Well, that's good to know. I've got a Martin over there. So if I ever have that issue, I know where to take it. Hey, Daniel Berry Sports Highlights here. Welcome in.
Right on. How are you?
Just in time for us to wrap up the show and say goodnight.
He's dog.
So yeah, I'm going to say goodnight. Hasta la vista. See you later.
Adios, amigos.
We'll be back. And next scheduled show will be Thursday, Trans Trim Thursday. We'll jump on, play some Trans Trim riffs, and do some jamming. I'm ready to get back into some jamming, boys, so
Right on.
I'm looking forward to it. So thank you to everyone in the chat for joining us tonight for our mellow conversation about the Wolfgang special made in China. Anybody that's watching on replay, thanks for coming in and watching. And please hit the thumbs up if you haven't yet. Hit it on your way out. If you're here watching the replay, please hit the thumbs up while you're watching the end here. And be sure to click that subscribe. Check out the description for all of the recommended channels that we've got there. Show all of those channels some love. Go over and sub to them. Click on some videos and some likes. Help to stimulate all of the algorithms, right?
The algies.
All the algies. So, with that being said, we will see everybody on Thursday.
Cheers.
Laters.
Backwards, building backwards, living want to see my pecker?
Eddie Van Halen here, telling you, keep playing, man. Gotta keep playing. It's the only thing there is. Music, man. Keep playing. All right? I'm gonna come looking for you if you don't.